Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for June the 19th, 2025. BIM is on the way. Good evening, Drunken Heretic. Good evening, 47 Alpha Tango. Good evening, Sab. Good evening, Chris.
Howdy.
Howdy, howdy. All right, Chris.
Howdy.
Let's see. Hang on one second here.
Welcome to Grazana. Galaxy should shun and evict Ferengi from this region of space. Vicious little creatures.
Okay, Chris, I just sent you a picture of the quilt top.
Alright, let me see. Let me have a look.
Good evening, Ugly Hog. So the summer ship leaked. It's the Fed holodeck ship from Insurrection. Thank you.
Thanks for spoiling my surprise. I wanted to tell. Block ban.
You had like all of 2 or 3 minutes before we went live to spoil it for me.
I didn't say anything.
No, you didn't say anything. And I went over to Spencer, but it was in that little bit between he's off the air, but it's not up on YouTube yet, so it's all over
Phoenix
Reddit.
Voice are up.
Well, it had to be someplace, right? So there you go. Somebody had to say it, and you know Reddit's going to start saying things. Any specs on it yet? I presume we've got specs.
Yep, full specs.
And
full specs on this video. Yeah. I mean, it's a weird decision considering how Insurrection is disliked.
Yeah, but the ship, you can have a good ship in a lousy movie. I mean, Insurrection had the... Oh, Sav says it's garbage. Okay. 4-4 with 4 universal seats, Commander Intel, Commander Miracle Worker. It sounds like your typical summer ship. Nothing spectacular. What was I going to do? I was going to do this real quick. Oh, of course somebody filled the easy stuff. Duh. Okay, so if you're in the Starfleet Strike Group, the Klingon Strike Group, or the Screaming Litas, the dilithium boosts are on and filled, so go do stuff. Intel Command would have been better. Has a holo swap mode, kind of like the Ilios console.
Does anyone knows that Fakiri Store Warship is any good? Because it just landed in the Phoenix Prize pack.
No.
I thought it looks crap. I just had a glimpse on it.
If it's the Fakiri one that was a prize ship at one time, it's fine. I wouldn't spend my Phoenix tokens on it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I would. Wait, what the hell? Ooh! You know, that is not a bad idea to actually invest in the Phoenix packs because the thingamajig is actually up, meaning
the thingamajig.
The tier 6X tokens are there.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Trade is shared cooldown for tech and engineering. Activate tech power and it cools down engineering and vice versa. That's not horrible, but it's not as...
It's not a game changer, but...
Yeah, but it is your free ship.
That is very true.
47 says, honestly, I'm looking forward to it being Intel Miracle Worker.
Wait, the Tholian Web Spinner Array, wasn't that something that the Tarantula wears?
The Tarantula wears?
You mean the uses the Tholian ship, the Tarantula?
I don't know that it uses it.
I thought it was.
I don't think so.
Web spinner array. Where is it coming from?
Might just save my Lobby this time around. Sav, the summer event isn't worth spending your Lobby on. It's like... You could dedicate one day to it, play the archaeology game on it, on every tune, and just turn it in once a day. That's it. You'd only have to go in for one time, and you'd have it all done.
part of a event campaign
Right.
3 from May 4th to 25th, 2021.
Oh, does it really go back that far? Huh.
Apparently.
Some of the ships used to be worth it. Yeah, some. Not all.
I wouldn't even. The hell? I wasn't even. Oh, Discovery Bridge Crew. Special edition holographic bridge officer candidates. Both of these were crafted in honor to the heroic crew of the USS Discovery and have been given the likeness and personality of their respective individual.
Well, who is it?
Use this item to unpack the individual crew requisitions. You will need room in your inventory for 2 officer candidates. I don't know. I'm
It doesn't tell you.
guessing
Good.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm wondering if it's not. If it's not random, like the Mopsy thing. Not Mopsy. Badgie.
Tholian Web Spinner was one of Bort's first nerfing victims. It used to be a must slot item because it was so insanely OP, but now it's just kind of junk. Yeah.
Reiterative structural capacitor. What the hell is that?
That is off. Oh God, I'm going to be wrong on this one. I thought that was off of one of the earlier ships.
Okay, let me Google that. What is that? Universal Kobayashi
Console.
Maru Weekend Event 2017.
Wow. Yeah, that does go back a ways.
That's ancient. Is it even useful?
Yeah,
now?
actually, I think Musin was talking about it yesterday. Provides passive boost to starship hull restoration and hull capacity.
I think it looks like it's worth anything.
I mean, is anything worth anything? I think the holobuffs are Lorca and Landry. They were an STLV giveaway. Oh, that goes back a ways too.
Just the 2 of them?
That's what Ugly Hog says.
Only the 2 of them? That's ridiculous. And then the item doesn't say it, so. And I'm buying it in the bag, we say.
When were they STLV, though?
I don't.
If they
don't know as much as you don't know, honestly.
I'm trying to remember. The last time they did a giveaway at STLV for them was 2019, I think was. No. Was it 2019? Because there wasn't one in 2020. The next one they went to was 2022 in Chicago. 2018 was somebody else. Well, if it was LV, yeah. I'm just trying to remember who they give away in Chicago. Chicago's were basically leftovers from previous years.
Great. Got myself an experimental ship upgrade token, which will fit nicely on my Garrett class.
Good evening, Taz. Good evening, Grass.
Evening.
Howdy, guys.
Hello from the sands of June.
I'm sorry, you got the wrong universe. There's a transporter.
That's really good.
Okay, so hello from the sands of Tatooine.
No, not
dear.
Wrong franchise still.
Honey, wrong franchise. The script writers are on a strike, I think.
Okay, hello from the sands of Nimbus.
I got a new
I'm on my way.
today.
What?
I got a new fluffer today.
You sent me he got a new fluffer.
Fluffer as in a cat?
Puppers.
Puppers? You have a dog?
Yes.
Why did I not know anything about this until just now? Hello?
Because we just found out.
Like 4 hours ago.
Okay. 4 hours, let me just calculate. Yeah, okay, that's passable. Okay. Kind of a pupper.
Poor ball and a lot of something else.
Okay.
Um, let me see. Are you awake, Pupples? Yes, she's awake.
Could have just
Ooh.
snapped a picture.
Somebody put a pickup of the new summer ship and the mods at Reddit. Star Trek Online pulled it.
Shocking. I mean, we have pictures of how it looks like anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's from the show, from the film, so whatever. It's funny because Insurrection is actually currently being run on one of the channels on TikTok, fragments of the commentary from Marina Sirtis and Jonathan Frakes, and I think it was the most hilarious content ever. They just literally
If
thought
anybody,
that this is one of the worst
I-
movies.
I put a picture of her in the stream chat channel.
excellent.
Let me see.
Let's see. We've got holographic
Oh,
configurations.
that is not a puppy.
It's a popper. What do you mean it's not a
That
popper?
is a full-sized popper, relatively similar in size to my popper.
Borbol, they're not small. In any aspects of their life.
Where did you
I
put
mean,
the picture?
Stream chat channel.
Oh, that's Stream Chat
Wow.
channel. Duh.
Your table towels, Jesus.
Yeah, I got cleaning help for tomorrow.
Oh my God. Your
I'm
pupper
gonna
looks
clean
smaller.
up my
Taz called me earlier, but my mic on my phone wasn't working, so I could see the dog, but there's no idea of, proportion.
My
That's a
Harry.
big dog.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a similar size to my fluffer, more or less. So nice. So wait,
He's such a cutie.
All puppers are cuties.
Such
Even
a
ugly puppers are cute.
cutie.
yeah, they're a special type of cute, but they're still cute.
Ugly Hogs reminds us that fluffer means something totally different on some parts of the internet. Yes, no, this is not that
That
part.
is true.
No. This is the part where fluffer means
Costume
puppers.
unlocked. Starfleet 2399 uniform. Wait, wasn't that already in the game?
I'm sorry, what?
Then just babbling.
Satalia says new hex spawn unlocked.
Oh,
So
holy
true.
hell. Guys, Mass Effect Legendary Edition is on 90% off now.
Ooh,
Just saying, if you want a really good series of game combined into one game, get this one. 90% off.
You said 99.
90% off.
he said 90.
I'm buying it right now.
I thought you knew it and you probably had it.
I had the game in my wish list because
How do you know it's good?
I own Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 from the old days. But they remastered it, and they remastered all of them into one package. And since I own them
It's a bundle then.
individually, yeah.
Yeah.
So I added it to my wish list, so when it went on sale I would get it, and now it's on 90% off. So
That's cool.
Sav says I got that trilogy for $11 back at Christmas.
Mm. That's nice.
really cheap, so I'm
Don't forget, everybody, that if you're in game, so this doesn't apply to Sav, there's a lithium event going on till Tuesday, something like that. Let's see when that goes on till the 24th, till Tuesday. And there's the Phoenix Prize Pack going on for some period of time. Well, I'm just happy to say I got the quilt top done, which means that this weekend I can get Dune Awakening and maybe play it. Remember I said I would get it after I got the quilt top done? And that's what I was doing when you called.
awesome. Okay. She's demanding more cuddles.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, she has brightened up my life. I didn't know how much I needed a dog in my life again.
We all need dogs in our lives.
Yes, we
Yep.
do.
Well, I was of the opinion, since we've been doing older stuff on Thursdays, that once everybody's got their universals done, in case anybody needs to do that, I was going to tackle some of the old stuff today, and I was thinking of doing the whole Breen thing. So the however many stories there are in that Cold War cycle, and the three
Yeah.
little offside ones. But also then if we have stuff people need to do, we can throw that in. But first and foremost, does anybody need to do hull healing of a friend?
I do.
Yuki?
In the morning.
I kinda need to go to bed, but yeah, I need whole healing a friend.
Do you want to do it real quick?
Yeah.
Come on, where is that working today?
Yeah.
I knew there's gonna be a catch to this announcement that he has a dog now.
And my cat is almost as excited as I am.
Oh, your cat is happy about that.
Yeah, she's really happy about
Oh, that's
about it.
nice.
She's
That's
given
good
me
because
she's given me special cuddles 2 times today.
Oh,
oh.
She finally got a friend back that she can play with. She's already taught her how to watch the TV, which is kind of awesome because
goodness.
the owner never got the dog to watch TV before. But apparently my cat likes dog TV, so she jumped up in front of the TV and started playing with the TV, and the dog was like, "Ooh, what's this?" And then both of them were sitting there playing with the TV.
That is just precious.
Awesome.
TS, are you in game? Or do you want? We could do this in the morning if you want to.
Was there a patch today?
There was a patch today.
Yeah, there was a patch.
It's patching, so...
Okay.
But it's not starting to patch, it's just saying version, ST, and ... Oh, I know why.
Satelli says, I got my box from Onatop. Yeah, no. Nobody, nope. Though there would be a certain symmetry to that, wouldn't there? It's not even 7 degrees of Star Trek, it's like 1 degree of Star Trek.
Oh, there was one Xenia on the top, but I don't think you meant that one.
Who played Xenia Onatop?
I mean,
Uh,
the Femi Jackson or
Famke Janssen.
Famke
Yeah,
Janssen.
yes.
Famke Janssen.
Who was in
she
Star Trek.
also-
So, I
Yeah,
mean,
she was
it's
in
just like...
TNG. I gotta say that I did like her episode in TNG. It's one of the first 2 seasons, which rarely have any good episodes, but...
Oh, she wasn't in the first 2 seasons. She was like in season 5 or 6.
Oh. No. I think
My
she was
game?
earlier.
Nope.
I got disconnected from the login server.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
That's
let's
never
try
good.
this again. Engage.
I do get that sometimes, so I totally get that. Might have happened.
Let's see.
okay, episode The Perfect Mate, 92.
So that's 4 years
Yes,
in. Or
season 5.
Season 5, okay.
Really? I thought she was in one of the early seasons.
Nope.
Why'd I have that impression?
Oh, I know that there's been several well-known stars that actually made a guest star. Nikki Cox, Kristen Dunst, all portrayed characters when they were a child.
Yeah. It was her first television appearance on...
For
Star
Famke?
Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gosh, she's 60 now.
Not yet. She's still got another 5 months for that.
What? She's 60. She's
She's
1964.
No, 1965. November of
Well, I
1965.
see November 5th, 1964. So
Oh,
I
and mine
did
came up 65. Okay. Well, one of them's wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, whichever, she looks good for whatever year it is.
I'm getting my character list, and when I select my character and try to log in, it loads forever until you see my ship, my character, and my away team.
Yeah.
That's usually instant.
Oh.
No.
James Worthy, Lieutenant Klingon. Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher was in Star Trek?
Yeah.
She was, yeah.
Who was she?
Season, like a season 2 episode.
Which episode? I'm sorry?
The outrageous.
Oh, she was in the Outrageous Okona?
Yep.
Who did she play? Did she play that lieutenant?
Played Lieutenant.
Oh my God.
Transporter chief.
Whichever, yeah. Wow.
It's one of those kind of a blip and you miss it cameos.
Yeah. Well, was she anybody at that point?
No. But
Yeah.
still.
Nah, she was really still just a pretty face in Hollywood.
Oh, John Tesh played a Klingon.
That I remember.
Mick Fleetwood.
Yep. Though you wouldn't recognize him.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much makeup galore.
She made a very silly faces to O'Connor.
Oh. Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, yeah.
The woman that played his wife on Cheers.
B.B. Newworth?
Yep.
Yeah.
The one where Riker is...
Right. Yeah. I know the episode. I can see it happening.
First Contact.
First Contact, yeah. So it's really funny when they were doing First Contact. That's the one in the prison, right? Where he's...
No.
Isn't that the one where he's in like a mental institution? Or something like that? Or is that a different episode?
Different episode. First Contact.
That's frame of mind.
Yeah. First Contact's the one where Riker's... they're doing a First Contact where it's kind of similar to Who Watches the Watchers.
Right. Hi, Vic Rose.
He's an observer that somehow he gets injured. And
Right.
To the hospital. And unfortunately, the aliens get to him first, and they're wondering, why does he have these weird mutations? His heart's in the wrong spot. It's where his stomach's supposed to be.
Yep. Yeah, that'll give you away. So we have a new person in chat, which is Vic Rose. Greetings, Vic Rose, 53.
I want to say I remember Kim Cattrall in one of the Star Trek movies.
Yeah, she was in
Vulcan,
Star Trek.
she?
Yeah, she was the Vulcan Valeris in Star Trek 6.
Oh, Kim Cattrall?
Yeah.
Kim Cattrall, yeah. I did like her acting in that one, although she played the Vulcan.
Vulcans get to act.
Oh, it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I did like her role, even though she was kind of out of her element with with Kirk.
Vic Rose, we generally play Star Trek Online, but that does not stop us from talking about all things Trek while we're at it. Because, we don't have lives.
or Trek related.
Trek,
stuff.
yeah, even very peripherally Trek related. Good evening, Mr. Dave.
Also, we have the first black female astronaut actually had a season 6.
Mae Jemison. Yeah.
Yep. And actually, here's her trivia about it. She got interested in going into space due to Nichelle Nichols'
Right. Yeah.
Universal soundtrack.
Imagine that she was so close to quitting, Michelle.
Yeah.
Do you
And
know
if it
why
wasn't for
Martin
was it
Luther King?
Martin Luther King, yeah,
Yep.
he talked
Yeah.
her into staying.
Well,
She stayed and probably inspired a lot of people.
yeah, the story that Nichelle tells is that it was a Thursday or Friday because it was she had the weekend off, and she went to Gene and said, I want to quit after season 1," and he said, "Take the weekend to think about it," because that's how she remembers it was a Thursday or Friday. Well,
Yeah, I
during the
remember
week,
that.
yeah, during the weekend she had an NAACP meeting, and she was one of the
I'm sorry, guys. I have to walk the dog.
yeah. Yeah,
Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Great
I'm
love
good.
comes with great responsibility of dog.
Oh.
Yeah, but pretty
Yeah.
much, she was a lecturer there. Well, the MC came up to her and said, "Miss Nichols, there's a guest that would like to meet you." And she said, "Okay." Well, when she turns around, sees Dr. King coming up to her. And she pretty much said, "Whoever this fan is can go screw themselves. Dr. King's coming up and talking to me." Well, it turns out the fan is Dr. King.
Yeah.
And
That's cool.
somehow it came up that she's looking to quit the show. And Dr. King said, "Don't. Please don't. You don't know what he's trying to do," referring to Gene. Pretty much he has you as essentially not the head, the important figure, but a vital role in the show. She's the communication officer. And he pretty much said, "This is one of the shows that I let my kids stay up past their bedtime to watch."
Mm-hmm.
Because it has actually 2 colored people, Nichelle, African heritage, and George Takei of Asian descent,
Mm-hmm.
in important roles.
Yeah.
Well, she come Monday, she goes back into Gene's office and tells him, "I changed my mind," and she tells him what Dr. King said, and he says, "Thank God someone knows what I'm trying to do."
Yeah.
And he hands her back her resignation paper ripped up.
So the thing that always got me about Star Trek and characters who were minorities at that time was they were just part of the crew. There was nothing special about them because by that point in our future, it's such the norm that it's not distinctive. It's just what
Yeah.
everybody is.
Yeah.
And the fact
Team.
that it's not pointed out, it's just another person who's on the team. Yeah, exactly. Another person on the team is what makes it work.
And also, I think I remember several times he had admirals of
Yeah, they had Black Admirals.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The first Doctor from the first pilot, Dr. Mbenga, what I think,
Mhm.
who is still on Strange New Worlds.
Right.
So it was normal to a point like no one even noticed difference of them being there. They were just part of the team. Everyone was equal. They
no
just had
one
the
com-
roles, and
Yeah.
it didn't matter. Like,
Yeah, no one
Like-
comment. The only time that it was commented on was actually when the people on the molten planet
Right.
created Sarek and Abraham Lincoln, and Abraham Lincoln commented about it. But
Right, exactly.
Everyone else, all the other crew members of that time frame was like, "Seriously, you're gonna comment about that?"
yeah.
It's like she does her job.
Yeah.
As good as everyone else that can with trading.
Who are you? We are the knights who say...
Boopsie.
Satalia Musin stole your bit. Vic Rose says, you remember the episode with the race that half of them were black on white and the other half was white on black? Yes. May that be your last battlefield with Frank Gorshin and... God, what was the other guy's name? I should know the other guy's name, and I don't. But yeah, absolutely. And the really funny thing is when they do Section 31, even though allegedly every one of those people had been wiped out in that last series of battles, we promptly get one on Section 31. But, I'm good at writing backstory. I can tell you how that happened, so no problem.
Yeah, that's just the guy who was dressed up for Halloween.
No. Just because everybody they knew about died, a couple of people, there were obviously people who could get off planet in ships. I'm suspecting a few of them snuck off.
Nah. It's just
Yeah.
that species went extinct and now they're a cosplay thing for Halloween. Yeah.
That's
Half the
gold.
galaxy's dressing up as them once a year.
Satalia says, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, quite. Exactly. How are you doing,
here's
Musa?
the question. Here's the question. Supposedly they're the same species, just different
Yeah.
makeup. What would happen if one of each procreated?
Yeah, I've actually wondered that myself because...
Yeah, would it be a kind of a checkered pattern or solid color?
Ooh,
No, I
probably
think
solid
there'll
color.
be a
I bet that would be...
I think that'd be a spiral.
No. But the
like
solid
when you
color,
mix
I
coffee
bet that
and
would be like
creamer together.
highly offensive. Fully
no.
black or fully
Yeah.
white? Yeah.
No, I think a swirl, like when you put creamer in your coffee and start stirring.
It would look good. Look interesting. Satalia says they become the Greys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, we have lost... Taz is still in chat according to this, but he's not in game, so... Is overtly sexual, the stirred coffee comment. Yep, around here, we're not overtly
Can you hear
sexual.
me?
We're subtle. We can hear you. Are you on your phone?
Okay. Yeah, I'm out.
So how much does your fluffer
So I'm
weigh? I
walking
mean, he
the
looks big. What do you think he is?
63 maybe
Kilo?
kilos.
Kilos.
That's a big dog.
Yeah, 63.
Oh God, Satalia's gone bad again. And if you dissect one, you're studying a Gray's Anatomy. But dish.
Oh, that is...
That is so
Wow.
bad, Satalia.
Yeah. I once, carried a dog that size up the stairs.
I can barely carry my 65-pound dog. I
Yeah,
can, but I'm not happy about it.
Imagine it being,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
rowdy because there was another dog that came in.
Jag tänker ikväll. Nej men du är som jag.
Yes, Satalia, we
What?
missed your puns. We were aiming for them and we missed them.
Have we really?
Next time I'm going to ask Lucky Luke to take the shot.
Do I have this?
I don't know. I did notice all
I'm
my
not sure.
endeavors on this tune are all ground endeavors. I'm not real thrilled.
You're not? Such a
Vodware on the ground, Gorn on Nimbus, and phaser damage on the ground. Oh joy.
These Gordon
Hey,
Nimbus is easy.
at least you can do just two of them simultaneously.
This is true, I can.
Also,
The Ferengi's
that is
active
an
on
amazing
Drozana.
song.
If you're talking about this guy right over here, yeah, he's right here.
That is a great song I posted, by the way, Mom.
Which song?
It's in the stream chat channel.
Oh, okay.
It's about a minute long.
Okay, I'll have to take a look at it later.
Scared, aren't you?
Yes.
It's literally like 62 seconds.
And that's probably 62 seconds Mom's never gonna get back.
Yeah. And Vic, you know
It's great.
you can shortcut that. There's a transwarp if you pick up the mission in the available tab.
Spin the wheel. And
Yeah, but for
You're here.
And the
Phoenix
wheel
Prize,
and
yeah, but Phoenix Prize Pack
Oh,
will bring you here too.
okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Life is life.
Satali says, last time I talked to that Ferengi Androzana, he told me a bunch of fairy tales. If there's a pun there, I'm missing it. Oh, because it's grim. It's because it's grim. Sorry. Very slow tonight.
So are you ready for?
I am. I was
You
just.
know what?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see if this is a high enough quality ship to do this. Oh yeah, this should be easy. We are teamed. Let's go to.
Ruins of Doom?
Ruins of Doom. Yeah, that'd be the easiest place.
Last time I spoke to a Ferengi, he tried to sell me a vintage uniform without the rips.
Yeah. Like that's anything.
Mm.
If it doesn't have the rip, who cares?
I know, right?
Anybody can do it. All right, let me get naked here, Graz, before we start this up.
Okay.
Okay. You got your toys? Boy, that sounds
Yep.
wrong. I'm getting naked and asking you if you have your toys. That is so wrong.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
And yes, those toys as well.
I have them right here.
I was telling somebody about my friend Carl, the cop, who is also one of my students, so I either saw Carl on a nearly daily basis, either in his police uniform or his school uniform. And I ran into him at the grocery store and did not recognize the man at all. And he finally said, it's me, Carl, Miss Kay. And I'm like, oh, Carl. Didn't recognize you with your clothes on. Which is probably not the thing you want to say in the grocery store.
Probably not.
But it was
No.
funny.
No, probably not.
The correct thing to say was, I didn't recognize you in your civvies.
No, my way of putting it was a lot more fun.
I know.
That's funny. I like that.
Your way of saying it would have been a lot more entertaining to me as well.
I'm wondering if his daughter is going to be at... We had one of my students who was in the same class with Carl is graduating from high school, or excuse me, from college. And I'm going to the graduation party, and I think Carl's daughter might be there because they were friends. I hope she is. And tell stories about her dad.
Tell an embarrassing story?
Of course.
Oh,
dear
that's
Lord.
when you tell
You're
the
one of those
daughter,
people.
like, I didn't recognize your dad without his clothes on.
Oh, I definitely will tell her that story.
Oh my god.
Okay. 25 seconds for hazards.
Okay.
Oh,
That's okay. I can do a heal if I need to. I'll do a little heal.
okay. Hold on here. Oh,
Right.
can I
They for-
use...
I got a
What?
miracle heal if I need
Yeah,
to.
you guys have any experience with Mass Effect?
Only
Tried
from the
it through several
very
times.
beginning.
He
I'm
came to
just
it very
saying
late to the
it's
party.
a really old game,
Yeah, it
It's
kind of
not
shows.
that old.
but oh my god, this is looking good.
I mean, visually,
Taz, you're supposed
think
to be
that
in love with Dune. You can't go around falling in love with more games.
he has ADHD. His brain has compartmentalizing features. He can split and hyperfocus on multiple things.
Oh.
How are you doing there, Graz?
37, 38.
Remaster.
I'm trying to find an engineer that has
Yeah.
engineering 3.
I was just jumping in to see if you guys heard about the summer event ship.
Of course we did.
Where are we
Tell me,
getting?
tell me.
It is the holodeck ship
Holoship.
from the fifth movie,
right.
fourth
Oh.
movie, fourth
If
TNG
you're
movie.
in game, you can look it up in the event reclaim store.
No, really?
Yes, that's how it got leaked.
Okay. Got it.
You got it?
What?
Okay.
Yep.
Do we want to finish this one off?
Nah.
Okay. I'm getting out of here then. I'll put my clothes
Yeah,
back on.
so I'm genuinely not certain whether or not the devs intentionally did this.
Historically, I'd say no. Lately, yeah.
Because, like, Deca has been doing that thing where they
Good night, guys.
announce an upcoming
Are you
event
leaving
by
us,
putting
Taz?
a loading screen in the
Hold on a
game.
sec. Taz, are you going to bed?
Yeah, I have to go to bed.
Okay, we will see you in the morning then.
Yeah.
There it is, the
See you
Federation Intel holoship. Yep, it is on here.
Ouroboros driver?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was lame
That-
to
that-
put it there.
That's an amazing thing.
The stats on this are very, very weird. Like, 4 weapons, okay, sure. That feels like a cruiser sort of thing. Well, it's actually labeled a battle cruiser and only has 3 device slots, which, okay, 3 device slots and 4 weapons makes sense for a battle cruiser. The reconfiguration mechanic reminds me a lot of the Dyson Destroyer thingy and how it does its little like reconfiguration gimmick. But this one doesn't seem to change your bridge officer seating.
Okay. It's only got 4 bridge officer seats, not 5.
Yeah.
Another weird thing.
Well,
It's got dual commander seating, or lieutenant commander seating.
Yeah. It has a commander, 2 lieutenant commanders, and a lieutenant, and they're all universal apparently.
Yep.
On a
Yeah.
battle cruiser. Yeah, that's something I noticed, and it's like, huh, they haven't done that before.
Ooh, Ouroboros, Ouroboros driver starship trait. While the trait slotted, when activating a tactical or intel bridge officer ability, it will recharge time on all cooldowns on engineering and miracle worker.
That reminds me a
Lord.
lot of one of the Delta Ops bundle traits.
The console's gonna go straight into the PvP use. Yeah.
well, Vic is saying that it's a lazy promo but deliberate, and Ugly Hogs is saying it's 100% mistake. So,
No,
See when they rectify
no
this
one's-
and remove from here.
nobody's vegan. There's no mistake.
so with it being 2 weeks out, I think, until we have the summer event, typically they would be talking about it no later than next week, but I have noticed that Deca doesn't talk about ship releases in advance, which they had said they weren't going to do. So we like them as players. They didn't want to do it, so I can see it going either way.
They have been doing blogs, but not quite the same quantity that Cryptic used to do.
Yeah, the problem with the blogs is you have to go hunting for them. If you're not paying attention, you don't find them. Which I dislike. If I have to go look for the information, I'll just go follow
I do have to
Spencer.
say, Deca's trick of announcing upcoming events with a loading screen in the game was actually quite good.
Oh, I like things coming up on the loading screen. I have to learn how to pay attention to them. Yeah, but I'm looking at Counselor Suna, and there's nothing there
they
really.
removed they removed something from the Phoenix prize store.
What'd they remove?
The option to spend your Epic tokens on ship upgrades.
Oh,
Ah, I've been telling people for ages to save their Epic tokens for potentially buying ship upgrades, and they didn't put those in. Which means that the ship upgrade tokens a piece are more expensive because you're now having to pay 5 tokens of ultra rare quality instead of what used to be the equivalent of 2 epic tokens, which was 4 ultra rare. So they took the cheapest option out. It cost 5, and the regular one would cost 2 epic tokens.
Yeah, which is the same as 4 of these, so it's become more expensive. But at the same time, they don't drop as many epics as they do ultra rares.
No, but there's people who save their ultra rares and epics just for these tokens, so it's kind of sad that they took the ultra rare or the epic option out, which is the cheaper one.
Most people don't have stacks of epics to spend on upgrades, and the drop rate is worse than promo box. Yes, 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 and yes.
I don't think I've ever actually gotten an epic prize token from the Phoenix.
I have.
I have epic prize tokens that have been sitting in my bank waiting for me to buy those ship upgrades with.
No, I'm sitting.
Because I have nothing else to get.
I mean, you can downgrade them, I guess.
You can't downgrade them.
Yeah, but then I lose out on one ultra rare token that I'm needing for the buyout. I wouldn't do that.
Anyway, the interesting part with this one is it's an Intel Miracle Worker ship, and that's one of those things I'm like, have we had that particular combination before?
Yes, but not this versatile. Not this versatile. Like this is able to load a lot. The missing seat will reduce your potential max criticals. On the other hand, it will allow for you to have like the highest levels firing mode. Might be a decent tank, and the trait I'm not so sure of, but the console will definitely be used in PvP.
Yeah, the console is one of those things that looks like a pretty solid defense option.
For PvP, yeah. For PvE, I mean, I'd much rather run scramble sensors in that case.
Well, we have been on for almost an hour, and aside from Graz and me pew-pewing at each other, we should probably play something. I know it's a concept.
Sounds like a concept, yeah.
Well, I gotta go. See you guys later.
Good talking to you, Mark Hawkman. Thanks for stopping in. Let me send out some party invitations here. I was going to do Breen, but since we're an hour into it, it's going to be 2 hours just to run the Breen. We will do that another Thursday.
Look, Roger is dressed up like Stan. Over here at the bank. This tiny little alien.
Yes.
That's
I see him.
Roger from Family Guy.
Oh, yeah.
Dressed up in Stan's suit.
Oh, you mean
Oh, my
American
God,
Dad?
he is.
American Dad. Yeah, he's in Stan's suit.
Well, Vic, you're always welcome to hang around and chit-chat. And you're also welcome to jump in and play. If you are in game, we'd love to have you. And don't worry if if you don't play the game often, doesn't stop anybody from joining us. We'll just drag you along. Where should I post the build for my Odyssey on Discord? I would put it in the ship build off column, which is underneath the junkyard. We have one for ground builds and we have one for ship builds. Yeah, Vic, I've been playing for 15 years. I don't have a meta. I have a good ship now, but that's all. Who else wants to jump with us? Ugh. There's a guy jumping up and down here. Oh, it's Musin.
That's me jumping.
Yeah, so my brain's doing the
Everybody
concept of
join
jump.
me! Yay!
I'm set to
Yay!
jump in, so he's jumping. All is right.
Musin, I'm going to send you an invitation.
Alright.
Oh, my back.
What? That's from all that
Glad
jumping.
you joined.
I didn't jump. Who said I was jumping? Oh my god, this bug. Please, for the love of all that is good and fair.
The transphasic bop? That sounds like a dance.
What?
Vic Rose says, the transphasic bop is on me. I'm sorry, but that sounds like a
Bird of
dance.
prey?
I know, but it sounds like a dance, doesn't it?
I mean, sure, I guess. If this was like a Section 31 sequel. Could you see that? A laughing, giggling Vulcan doing the transphasic bop.
The musical.
Oh, I see things in it.
The guys from Cryptic were doing an in-house joke once about doing a Hamilton takeoff, but with Jonathan Archer instead. And they had the logos from the Hamilton play redone with Archer standing there, and they had made T-shirts for themselves out of it. So, I guess if you have fun times in your office, you can have fun times in your office. Ooh, Vic, nice song
What in
quote.
the name of what the hell is this ship?
I would make that same
Oh.
T-shirt, except instead of Jonathan Archer, I put Mark Hamill there. I put the ton from Hamilton, but in like parentheses.
My goodness, the Packlet ship looks like... Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that configuration. I know it can change. Holy smokes, I've never seen that ship up close.
So,
What?
Weird.
Chosen, on your build, I don't know, you're doing that on what, Xbox or PS5? I don't know if they have a parser for that. I would hope they do, but I'm not sure that they do.
No,
No parser?
no, they don't.
No, you would. You can't
I
put
do
external
see. I do
software.
see a thing where one of the narrow beam arrays is in the aft, and those narrow beam arrays, you kind of want both of them in the front because they deal more damage.
Mm-hmm. Looks like
There's
you've
a
got
mix of weapons going on.
looks like you've got two torps up front. No, that's a
one
turret.
torp.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a cannon, a single cannon, not a turret.
Thank you. It's very hard for
Up
me to
front.
see these from here.
No, I take the two beam weapons in the aft, put them up front, put other stuff in the back, not bring the torp and not bring the cannon. Or if I'm going cannons, all cannons up front.
Cannons are good. Speaking of, I had kinetic damage on one of my tunes today. 150,000. I don't know what happened, but I went into Ruins of Doom and I just wanted to clear out a thing so I could do the heal hull health. I shot him off once and it just blew up everything, and that was 150,000 damage right there. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna smile and say thank you.
Yeah, that's what you do.
And Chosen says it's Xbox Series S. There's a site called Console Parsing Assistant that times your elite wanted patrol runs and gives you a rough DPS estimate. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, some people love to do this on console. I'm not one of those
I'm
people.
just my came from the fact that they chose Wanted for that.
Well,
Not
Wanted,
that.
the thing with Wanted is it's almost solid firing, which means you don't have a lot of downtime between spots, which is one of the issues with, like, Ninth Rule. Yeah, there's a lot of firing, but there's also a lot of downtime.
Yeah, but Ninth Rule has that spawn at the end that just keeps going.
Yeah, but if you're
And
just timing that spawn, that's fine.
Huh.
Because it's DPS, but over the length of the entire thing. It's not just timing it during firing times. Hence, Hive Onslaught's a good one. ISE is a good one. And Wanted would be a good one because just based on the way it's set up, it's almost nonstop. Everything's coming to you. Actually, there's Japori would be pretty good too for that same reason. It may be the reason we used to parse that one for DPS way back in the day. Way back in the day.
Yeah, I have this idea of having a cutscene of 8 cubes coming together, becoming one fusion cube, one target, and then us
We know what
just
you want.
melting that away.
We know what you want. Okay, what are we
That
doing?
can be, yeah,
Somebody pick something.
because that can be parsed real good.
Probably ought to put my toys back on here. Oh, I didn't really add a Tilly's in there. Okay, I'll put a Tilly's on.
Oh, you,
Somebody pick
okay.
something.
Space Pew Poo. So I can like try and do it in my can't do well class.
Oh. Yeah. Satalia, do I see you in this list of names here? Do I? I do not.
Life is like
You'll get in here
a
someday, Satalia, and I will surprise you. And you will not be happy. Now we did that this morning. Ugh. We already did that this morning.
Oh, this is gonna be funny. Crown.
That's not one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
So,
we're not doing that one. Okay, I've queued up 2, 3. Thought I put 4 in there. Okay, I've got 4 queued. Let's see if anything pops up. Actually, you know what? I wonder if... Yep, Taz is still in here. That's why. Let's try that again. I had forgotten Taz was still in the queue with us. There we go. Weeboo.
Me woo.
You will? Yeah. Sorry. Was just making a little screenshot to send to someone.
I have 2 more Fridays when I probably won't be here. I will see. If traffic's good tomorrow, I'll be on tomorrow. If traffic's not good tomorrow, like last week I got home at 5. No, I'm not doing a show if I'm getting in the door at 5. My poor doggos, they were alone for like 9 hours last week. What else should I update on the build again? You mean in terms of posting it, Chosen? Or in terms of what's there? Hi there. No, you're not getting a treat. I've had my dog on a diet for a month now. She gained a pound.
Lol.
That's a lot. She's only a 9-pound dog. Oh, you mean on what's there? Musin, when we're done here, can we go back to look at Chosen's build? For any other advice you might have?
Sure.
Okay.
I would say those narrow beams should both be up front, because they dish out a lot of damage.
Which narrow beams?
Chosen posted his build on his ship in the ship build off channel in Discord.
Yeah.
And Musin was making some suggestions.
Right.
It's not even changing much about the loadout, just about
What's
the
where?
way they're, the locations chosen for things. I mean, I saw that the warp core isn't like the premium choice, but
Well, sometimes you put what you've got in. I see, we don't need targeting, apparently. It's interesting. There it is. There's a assimilator directly ahead of me. Then it wasn't there. Now it's back. And now it's not there. But that's for a different reason. Graz.
oh,
Not,
sure
not
it wasn't me.
sorry. Well,
Amazing disappearing.
Well, someone came along and it went bye-bye.
Someone.
Yeah.
Just somebody. Complete
Yeah,
stranger
not
came
na-
along.
Not naming names. Just it went boom.
Yes, it did. I'm on 6.
Before it doesn't seem to get any guests. Oh, there's something coming now.
Okay.
Especially was, considering they're
1-6.
all
We got 2 and 4 left to go.
And
feds.
5.
And simulators popping up. Oh, that got quiet really fast.
Yep.
There they are. And there it goes.
I'm gonna get that as a simulator.
Go get it. It always lets that 6-1 wait for the scene, I swear. Apparently you got it.
That was so quick.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you got a lot of people with decent toys. Works better. Have toys will peep you.
Well, my ship isn't total toy. It's so slow though. Should try that in my mirror crossfield someday. See how fast it can really do.
Good evening, Cliff. All right, we're going to jump back over into the ship build-off channel and looking some more at Chosen's ship. Boy, I hate trying to do consoles just by visuals. Science
Okay.
console, the one that's got the beam coming out of it. I don't recognize that, but I should. What is that?
That's the tractor beam from the board lock boxes.
Okay.
Yeah, where to start? I see a Mark 12 Universal console that looks like Trillium D,
Yeah,
but
that was my thought
could
too.
be
Hmm.
something else.
It's not a bad console. That's all said, and it all depends on what else you've got.
But yeah, Protostar set for the Warp Core and Shield. I still use the Tilly Shield and most probably the Tholian Warp Core or
Yeah.
the
The Tholian Warp
Rep
Core has some
Warp Core.
huge advantages. Not that I use it on this tune, but
The Discovery Rep Warp Core
hmm
probably, and using the Tilly Shields, getting the 2-piece, having more regen, does more survivability. Yeah, the beam arrays, I put them all up front and have no beam arrays in the back. And is that one console the prolonged engagement stuff? Because, like, the more damage you start doing, the less you start needing the prolonged engagement stuff. I think one of the science consoles is that.
yeah, for me it's hard to tell just from the visuals. I'm gonna put you down, doggo. Yes, you're a good girl.
Yeah, the lighting makes it a little bit hard to
Identify
see
them.
if that's the universal console is the Trillium D or just another.
I think it's the Trillium D, and the other
Resistance.
one is a science console that's not spectacular, unless I'm just getting the image wrong.
It is not bad, but would definitely change out the Trillium D for another ISO mag.
If you've got it, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not so sure you're gonna need the Torp or the cannon up front.
Well, if he's putting the beams up front, he won't have that room.
But another good combo to put on the rear and in the console slot would be the kinetic cutting beam and the assimilated console from the Omega reputation. Because if that 2-piece bonus triggers, your weapon power cost will be 0. Pretty much. I'm assuming the one of the 2 epic beam arrays is the Terran Task Force one, while the other one is the prolonged one.
Cliff, are you in
Okay.
game, and shall I invite you? Probably could look and see
It's
if
the
you can.
regular tactical Star Cruiser Tier 6. Gotcha.
I don't see you here, so.
Just bought 4 keys. Didn't get anything. No decent ship. But I did actually get a Borg, liberated Borg specialist.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, depending on which one you get, that might be one that's worth a lot of money.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and sell the pack.
Ouch. Ouchie,
Was it-
ouchie, ouch.
Yeah, pack is a more guaranteed price.
It's a guaranteed, right now, 75 million.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
that's nice.
just know
Yeah, it's like
a guarantee.
guaranteed decent money. Now,
If you open it and you get something bad, you're gonna get a lot less. If you
yeah,
get something good, though, it could be worth up
yeah,
to a billion, 1.5, depending on if you get
yeah,
27 of 24.
yeah. Yes, some of the good ones can. Yeah, I'm able to trade it alone for a T6 ship,
Yeah.
or 2 or 3.
It depends on what kind of tier 6 ship. Yeah.
True. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm pointing out. Is
We have 3 of their lobby ships,
or
1 or 2, depending if they're promo or infinity and which ones they are.
yeah.
By the way, for those of you not aware, tomorrow's Universal is 10 triples or 10 federations. And if you don't have
Or-
triples, one, let me know. I'll put a bunch in the fleet bank.
Well, triple carcasses on Klingon. That's actually the quickest way to do it.
Yep, it absolutely is. And
Yeah,
right now
it's-
they're really cheap on the exchange, but they're cheaper if you just take them out of the fleet bank.
It's just pretty much you get to do it all in one go.
Mm-hmm. And if you're like me and you've got a bunch of triples to sell, dead triples to sell, you'll get some money out of them if you wait. There's a bunch that are going for like 100 each right now. And by this time tomorrow, they'll be going for 10,000 each.
Yeah, because everyone's in there will be clearing out them, and then all of a sudden it's like, let's sell what we have left. And
Mm-hmm.
So has anybody tried that new mission as like a group?
What, the new TFO, or the mini mission?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's 3 options.
Yeah, but they all have the same dialogue and they all have the same results. Why they gave us 3 career options, I don't know.
There's no, like, accolade to that.
There
Doing
is.
them all
It
3.
is.
No, doing all 3 of them.
Nope, there is
there a
none.
special accolade?
There
to
is
that?
not. So
Then I don't understand.
I team it up on 5 of my accounts at one time, and the other day I happened to have an engineer, 2 tactical, and 2 psi. Didn't make any difference. It's the same accolade for getting to that point. So it's just a different dialogue change. Cliff says 2 of my streamers are on very early and another is on very late. What is going on? Well, Cliff, let me tell you what's going on. I didn't catch this, but some of our smarter people here did. In the events tab, if you go into the reclaim events and you go into the ships tab, the second one down here is the summer ship with all the specs. So if you want to know what's going to come out on the summer ship, though this is not official, it's an error maybe, or it's an intentional, I didn't put that out there thing. This is the summer ship. I'm sure people are talking about it. People really liked the career options in the last Axiom mission since it had been years since they did that, so they brought it back again even though the options were ultimately the same. Yes, ugly. They did indeed, and I love having the career options when it gives you something different to do, as in your Psi can do that, your engineer can do that, and your tech can do that. That was fun.
Yeah, and completing the thing with all 3 options checked, that should give you a special accolade.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no reason to be doing it.
But you get an accolade, but it's the same accolade, and it's the same dialogue. But I'll take it. It's you know what? Let's just say thank you for taking note of the fact that we love that and going ahead and doing something to respect that request.
Yeah.
You know, thank you. We appreciate you paying attention to us. And speaking of paying attention, you guys cannot possibly tell this, but I have curtains up in my office now. I have the LEDs up in my office now. I think my office is done except for the lack of the green screen. And the mics, and the cameras, and the stream deck, and the other stuff. But we'll get that in here. I do not I do not allow my thanks to be included with that gratitude. Right, we would never know that. Hey, I used to be on camera, and then I moved here, and I've done it once or twice, but I hated it because I had a small desk, and it was very hard to get everything on the desk, so I bought a new desk. But if I'm going to put the new desk in, I might as well get the room painted. If I'm going to paint the room, I might as well redo the closet. If I'm going to redo the closet, I might as well put the LEDs up. And if I'm going to do that, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Why are no Trek streamers other than me on cam? Like I said, I used to be. My little avatar here, while comical, isn't that far off from, well, at that time that's what my hair looked like. Now it's orange and pink and purple.
I know that Baron, when he did stream, was on camera.
Yeah. I don't mind being on
Yeah.
camera. It doesn't faze me. I just
And
have to
you
redo
say when
everything.
he did stream, but he still streams. Just Kick, not Twitch.
Ooh. The weather's nice in England. I'm about to hit the roads at 1 a.m. to go for a night skate on stream. Nice. I have to ask Vic, where in England are you? I'm on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube at the same time. Nice. East London. Okay. I don't think I've ever been there. Hey, a decade's not bad. You'll pick it up in no time. Hang on a second. Let me see where I've been in London. Yeah, I'm boring. I'm usually in, what do they call it? Over by Blackfriars. That's where we usually stay. Probably the farthest east I've ever been would be Canary Wharf. No, that's not true. I've been to Greenwich. So a little bit further over. West, we've been a lot further because we got hiking one day. Canaries. Ah. Well, I used to be based out of Germany, and I flew British Air because, great benefits for flying British Air. So I'd fly into London for a couple of days, hang out with friends, and then go down to Aachen. You have heard the old school gangsters, the Cray twins, but of course, I was born in the same hospital in Mile End. Wow. Yeah, my son's company is based out of Nottingham. You're not missing anything, Vic. All right. What shall we do, folks? Well, true that.
Reference.
Okay. Vic Rose says, most enlightening thing you can do as a human is see the earth. So true. I love traveling. Unfortunately, no, it's okay, dear. The hellspawn do not like traveling. I might haul them down to Texas with me next month. Next month? No, 2 months from now.
As much as I would like to see the Earth, I like breathing, so I'm not going to go up that high.
You can do it with, like a suit on.
For one, if you're there, it doesn't feel like you're in space. I mean,
No,
high.
but that, like seeing the world and going through all countries is one thing, but seeing the Earth,
I'd
you need
love
to
to
be in
see the
orbit
Earth.
for that. You need to be in orbit. Like,
Well, you wouldn't have to be all the way in orbit. Black Hawk would do
unless
it.
unless they actually have like Star Trek levels of technology to keep us alive up there, I don't think I want to go up there.
Well, I mean, you could go in a U-2 spy plane. That'll get you up high enough where you could actually
No.
see the curve.
Nah, I'd rather go up in the SR-71 Blackbird.
That would be good too. Not as cool as a U-2, but okay. Life support is fine at the moment. It's good for the first 30 seconds or so. After that, all right. No, I'd hit random, but that would not make Chris happy. That would make Chris severely not happy.
SR-71 can go fast at that altitude. The U-2
No,
spy
'cause
plane
it's like
cannot.
this.
What was that, Chris?
That will start making me hissing.
It's on. Oh, there we go. Weeboo.
We, in fact, do have a weeboo. Ratus, is it?
Starting clicking through stuff. So it is a dilithium weekend, so do dilithium. I think I've got a couple VIP claims left, but not very many. I have one VIP claim left. I'm going to have to open boxes just to get VIP claims. People open boxes to get ships. I open boxes to get VIP claims. Yeah, now Cliff logs in. Yeah, now Cliff.
Your
Chosen,
timing is impeccable.
yeah, Chosen says it'll take me a while to complete the adapted Borg set. Yeah, but not that long. Lobie is
Wait, what?
fine too. I mean, I don't have a problem with Lobie. Do we have any? Oh, well, can't go opening things right now. I'm
Well,
off to space.
Lobby's not that epic, but there are some interesting things there.
47 says same these days. I open boxes to get DIL vouchers for fleet projects. Yep.
The Terrans will be here soon to steal scientific data.
So I had finally realized that if I get more people in Twitch as subs, all that money, I mean, all the tons of money we make here from live streaming, we could take that money and buy keys, open boxes, and put them into the fleet prices.
Well, we could do that.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment it's like $20 a month, but let's see. We had an investment banker in our fleet. He spent thousands in a month. Yeah, I know people who used to spend thousands in this game. And technically, I suppose I could. Are we all in a fleet together? That's a really good question. Are we?
I'm not.
Are you in a fleet, Chris, at all?
I am in a fleet.
Okay.
But
But not one of mine. I think
Yeah, I've been
Graz...
with these guys for years, and I wouldn't want to switch.
I've got one account that's in an armada with one of Graz's fleets. Right, Graz? With war drivers,
War
right?
drivers.
Yeah.
I'll take care of Beta.
Okay. I'll go over to Gamma.
It'll position me to take care of Horseface when she appears.
Cliff, we say it this way. I'm in a fleet of my own. Let's see. Ugly Hogs, I'm going to come back to that comment as soon as I close these two rifts. Yeah. Rifts control, blah, 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 blah. Vic, the reason my ship moves like a Hirogen shuttle is because I'm a terrible pilot. Don't blame my ship, blame me. At least I'm honest about it. Fleet Command's monetization is gross. Okay, hang on here. Star Trek Fleet Command mobile games, some people spend tens of thousands per month, and those people get VIP access to a dev-only Discord server.
I mean, if it's working for them.
Oh yeah. Fleet rep. The Fleet 1 rep is the only KDF fleet to ever beat TSI, said Sad Panda. We have a friendly fleet. We have a bunch of friendly fleets. They're old fleets. They've been around for a long time. Are you guys from old school? Define old school.
Some of us are.
I've been here since day 2. I was not here day 1. I was in beta, but I didn't go in on day 1. I went in day 2.
I'm playing around for around 13 years.
Yeah.
It came in 2012, I think. I can verify that.
So my son and I were at the Star Trek convention, God knows what year, 2009? 2008, when they were first talking about the game. The Okudas were there, I can't remember who else was there, but it had not yet gone into any sort of real player development, but they had a good idea of where they were going. And I think this was still Atari? That's how
Yeah.
old it was? Yeah.
Would have been, yeah.
Yeah, when I was still just disgust. Hey, I wear my nerd cred proudly. I watched Star Trek the original series the first time.
During its first run.
Yep,
You can't be more old school than that.
you got it. And yes, I'm that old. Then how do I sound young? I have no idea. It aired in Canada in 64? No, it didn't.
Speaking of annoying,
67.
like the little back door I put in your station?
Truth be told, Mom was actually a time traveler.
Oh, that could be. Ooh, Chosen's almost done with the Iconian rep. Hi, Lexers! SSG, KSG, and the Screaming Litas are all up and running, my dear. Thank you for getting them slotted. Cal said he was going to take care of it, but by the time I got back from whatever I was doing today, somebody else had slotted them, so I finished them.
Don't even try to catch me.
Where are you going, Lita? Oh, sorry, Killy. Not Lita.
Back in a bit. Don't go anywhere.
I think Lita would feel insulted.
Are you kidding?
Oh, yeah, she would.
My
And so would
team
Tilly.
must be invincible. Give up already.
Come on.
I mean, for this Tilly, you wouldn't
Tilly,
really care
Killy,
if
same,
she's
same.
insulted or not. I know I wouldn't. She wouldn't be the type to care.
You know what? I'm done.
Yeah,
She's
you are done here.
Aw,
Mm-hmm. We hit it to
we're done
0.
with you long ago. Killy.
Yeah. So you know why she like got out of there so quickly to
'Cause she saw
the
Graz
new
coming?
locations? No, she was burning. She was burning with plasma fire.
Yep.
So she spawned in and she was just like, no, I'm going to the next location.
She was dying.
Got a
Yeah,
plasma burn.
Gotta love my complex plasma fires.
So, Lexers, if you're at your brother's for Father's Day, I'm going to presume that this is Father's Day coming up in Canada then?
No, wasn't Father's Day like last weekend?
It was here. I completely missed it. Not that obviously I have to worry about that anymore. But, yeah, I always think of Father's Day is being right around midsummer, which is the 21st, which is also was my husband's birthday. So I'm thinking, we'll do something for Father's Day this upcoming weekend. And then I'm seeing all these things. Oh, last weekend was Father's Day. What? So we will go celebrate the, let's see, what is this? This is 2025. My husband would have been, holy moly, 76 this year. Wow. He was old.
I saw an episode of Modern Family today.
Mm-hmm.
There was Mother's Day,
Yeah.
and then the gay couple, the big one
Oh, yeah.
of the two,
Mhm.
was crying because he didn't get any attention, like a
Aw.
Mother's Day card.
Oh.
And then his boyfriend said, "Don't worry, it doesn't make you any less of a man."
It's sweet.
It was funny. It was actually funny.
So, Vic, Father's Day and my husband's birthday were the same, so we let him decide whatever he wanted to do, which was generally he wanted a steak cooked on the grill. He wanted to cook it himself, thank you very much. And watch the Cubs with his brother who lived next door to us. That was his idea of a really good Father's Day / birthday. And my son's birthday is on Mother's Day, so we do my son's birthday and Mother's Day together. And I am not having steak on the grill.
This is so funny that, yeah. I would have been born on Mother's Day, but for whatever reason, I got born the next day. So, yeah,
Well, he was actually born on a Friday the 13th, which is why I think Friday the 13th is an amazing day. Though that said, he was born, and before we could call anybody to tell, this is before cell phones, before we could call anyone to tell them, there was a major fire at the phone substation. So for 3 days, there was no phone service.
Oh.
So my husband basically, after everything was settled down, said he'd go home, drive to my folks' house, drive to his folks' house. They both lived in town. Tell them, and then get us dinner and come back to the hospital, which worked out just fine. But yeah, there was that aspect of the Friday the 13th. But at the same time, it meant nobody bugged me for 3 days when I got back home. No aunts and uncles, no in-laws that I hadn't told in person, no stepmother-in-law, all that was silence. It was golden.
And
Remember
then they
when
came.
people could only call you when you were at home? And they'd all call you after dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember that.
Landlines, it's a thing.
Yes.
Well, I miss people actually, not trying to bother you.
Well, you have the
And-
option to not pick up the phone.
Well, we live in a world where you say, well, you'll have to call me after dinner or around dinner time because I'm not at home and I don't have a cell phone. People are going to look at you weird and like, oh, we can't work with you. It's like, it used to be the most common thing in the world that you could only reach me after work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was
I
already
remember the
dealing
times
with
when I used to
this.
call mom when she was at work, and
No, I was
We'll
already
have to wait
dealing
until
with
she
the
comes
fact that people were expecting you to be in possession of a cell phone and available all
Oh.
day long
Oh, yeah, no.
in 98.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lexer says, but then if you don't pick up the phone, Ghostface simply keeps calling and calling and calling.
Now, if Ghostface calls, I'm just going to pick up the phone and go, "What's up?"
Clip, I sent you an invitation if you'd like to join us. And I see Graz has left us. Graz probably
Yeah.
has a life.
In another game as well.
Oh, you're going to go play Dune?
Yes.
Go play Dune. Oh, just so you know, I've already told Taz, I finished the quilt top today.
Okay.
And I told him I couldn't pick up Dune until I finished the quilt top. It's done. Amazingly, the stencil will be here in a day, but I told him I'd get that done first. I will start working on the actual quilting next week, so sometime this weekend I will be loading up Dune.
That
Okay.
actually reminds me. I gotta check if I can, like,
And my
afford
new
it
lamp
already.
appeared for the front porch.
I can't
Yay!
afford it. Just sitting here, just trying to pretend I didn't hear it.
I can't justify buying it, but
I can give up something to buy it.
well, I can't. But yeah, I should have already bought it, pre-ordered.
Let's
I
see.
want my little Mua deep. No,
Well,
no money yet.
the thing is, here's the thing. If you give someone who had pre-ordered the game
Yes.
co-owner's status briefly at your base, they can actually craft it for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but only as long as they're like set up in a social connection to you. As soon as that like stops, you can't craft it anymore, right? You lose access.
Yeah. No, it would be like I was actually able to craft it in Kaz's base. Now he can't craft it because he didn't buy the pre-order. Uh, so he doesn't have access to craft it at the moment. At some point, he might actually get access to it.
Well, we better, cause like that thing's so cute.
Cliff, since you have not been in the party for a while, it's your pick. What would you like to run?
Days of Doom.
Wherever the kills.
No. That's Italia's, and she's not in here.
Methylprosium 5.
Not in this ship. I'll do it in my good
Why
ship,
not?
though. I came on this tune for a reason. I don't remember why I came on it. Oh, because I was doing Screaming Leadus. That was why. Somebody's having fun with a... It's not a batleth. What is that, a mechlith?
Oh, no.
What
That's
is
the
that?
Nakul blade, isn't it, or something?
Let's see what he's got here.
Hang on.
Oh, it doesn't tell me. It just tells me about his ship. I don't care about his ship. I just want to know what his blade is.
It might be the Nakul assassin blade. You know what? I'm just gonna come over there. I'm gonna get to the.
The butcher... Is it the butcher's mechlith?
No, it's glowing. I think that is the Nakul plasma thing. Could be.
That is the
different
winter event
one.
black mechlith.
Is it?
That's what the gentleman said.
Oh, you asked him.
Yeah.
Okay. That works too.
Yeah, when in doubt, ask somebody.
No, I knew it was one of them plasma weapons. You could tell by the glowy.
Yeah, I didn't buy a lot of stuff with the event last year. Does physical damage rather than plasma. Ben Stewart Winter.
Black nanopulse mechlith. Yeah, does physical damage. Huh, funny.
Oh, it's not expensive either. Two-meter range, though.
Rawr.
I have to go running around chasing him down.
That blade is almost the size of my character.
There is that. Lexer says best is still the Furiodon Fangs. Best is Lex Knives. I love Lex Knives. They're fun. You can throw them from a distance. You don't have to be up close. A good time can be had by all with those guys. Well, since nobody's
Right.
picking anything, I'm going to. But I'll be nice enough.
You asked.
I did ask Cliff, and he didn't
think
answer.
I think y'all be tripping. The best thing to have is the replica Thompson submachine gun.
So true.
Just the sound it makes. Worth all the DPS in the world.
Though I still argue if you're using it down on new car, the bullet should explode. Just for, the sake of the argument. Oh, I don't know what that one is. What is that one? Oh, it's ground. We're not doing that one. Because I like Chris.
I mean, if you want to do something ground,
Nope,
I can.
I have no overwhelming need to do something ground. It's Cliff, you get to pick the next one. Weeble? I just keyed one up, and then let's see where are we at. Yeah, we'll do this one and one more.
I also got this one, which, it's also a nice.
Oh, no,
blade.
that one's very nice.
Yep. I convinced. I forget who it was. Somebody made a Yoda. I'm like, yeah, just use that for his lightsaber. Because it glows green. In no time, though, that Yoda was doing some really, really good stuff.
Is anybody who's in chat tonight going to the Star Trek convention?
I wish.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going this year.
Only I was in the neighborhood.
Well, I'm going to Texas like 3 days after that to teach a... not this year. Good. We'll go next year. 47 Alpha Tango. I'll come down and do the whole thing. But I have to be in Texas
Yeah.
like right after it this year, and short of taking the dogs there and then backtracking through Texas, it's not going to be something easy.
I might show up if they ever organize it in Amsterdam. Yep.
So many good expo buildings and locations, and still we never get anything Star Trek here. I guess Poland is not nerdy enough. For us, this is like Prague in Germany.
Yeah.
But I have no means of getting there fast, quickly, and without involving a babysitter for the dog.
Well, I'll come over and babysit the dog, and you can go to the convention.
No, I would rather have you in my side of that convention.
Cliff has gained salvage, so if anything comes up, I'm going to pass on it and give it to Cliff. And I've kind of decided to go back to teaching, but as a guest teacher, and that way I can travel around the country and hopefully take the doggers with me. Though, of course, the first one's in Texas in August. I am not taking the dogs in the car across country to Texas, southern Texas, in August.
Translation is your car's going to be enough.
Yeah. I mean, even with the airco on, that's just toasty. If I got a camper van, that'd be a little different. Because then they could get up and walk around, but... And if I start teaching, I might have to get a camper van because, there's stuff you gotta haul around. It is indeed a toasty little drive. Though when I drove out to Vegas for 2022, I think that was 2022. It wasn't bad. I hit cool weather, and by the time I reached Oklahoma, it was raining for like 3 days straight, so it never got bad in terms of heat. Well, at least the captains of the ships haven't been complaining. Oh, we're getting hit.
What?
Usually the captains, as they're warping out, start complaining. You need to give
Isn't
us
that the
cover.
normal
We
Starbase
can't.
one?
Yeah, exactly.
This is the Borg Starbase one. I don't think it does that.
Oh, it doesn't? Yay.
I think it's still only on SB1.
Thank goodness.
I was selecting the whole evacuation ships. What's the point of them having?
Oh, this is
their
Andor. Our shields are
shields
taking
down,
hits. We
and
could use any escort.
Yeah,
they say their
like-
shields are taking hit, but they don't have their shields on. And secondly, they're firing at the enemies, attracting fire. So just
so
trying
don't
to see
fire at the
whoever
enemies.
organized that evacuation.
Like I said, it's the Kobayashi Maru School of Piloting.
And evacuation as well.
Smoke saying toasty at random times is an inside from Mortal Kombat. I have learned
Yep.
something new. Thank you.
Toasty! There's this sound clip that goes, Toasty!
See, I don't
It's
play
almost
Mortal.
like it's Michael. It's almost like Michael Jackson is saying it.
I don't play Mortal Kombat,
That's old though. That.
except in real life.
Har.
It's probably a good thing I didn't go to class yesterday, because I can't move my arms today. Kind of
Oh, no.
overdid it on Wednesday at the gym. Oops.
Well, that's never good.
I don't have to go back until next Monday.
Should recover until then.
I may go in Sunday just to go do some light workout and have a little fun. Are you off tomorrow too, Chris?
Yep.
Or I guess, are you off today, Chris, would be the correct statement, since it's now tomorrow.
Yep. Took a day off, and I'm not bothered with any of that. I mean, I do plan to see my mom later.
I'm sure she
Yes.
will love that.
She started saying that, oh, she needs a new phone, and I'm like, uh-oh. Sounds like a new can of worms that is gonna open.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want that can of worms to be opened. And I was like, yeah, okay, so we'll put them together and maybe pick something up.
We were going to go phone hunting on Tuesday, but we decided to go to
Oh.
IKEA instead. It's cheaper. Less painful.
I mean, normally I would probably consider, like, telling her to hold off and take my old phone that I just swapped over, but I don't know if my phone would be applicable considering that it already started to like freeze and close
Oh,
apps
yeah,
at
no.
random. So I don't think even reset of the entire software would help it. Especially that it hasn't had a security update for like 2 years.
Oh,
Well, we can thank Donald Trump for that.
oh,
And in his first term, he cancelled Google for cooperating with Chinese
ah,
phone manufacturers. So Huawei, which was a manufacturer of very successful lines of phones, have kind of died on the market. They had to figure out their own software based on the open source Android, and then build from there. But it no longer had access to the normal Android store, and they'd have to develop apps separately for that, and
ouch.
that opened a separate thing. So they kind of were very successful on a high note. Every single flag phone, very reliable, very resilient, very clean soft system, very compatible, and then they died from one day to another.
Yeah, well,
Can
you're
you imagine
welcome. I'm sure
what
you
has
love
done
us for
to
that.
their business? Yeah, I loved it. I was totally not cursing someone's decisions so badly that I wanted a plague upon their head, but
Yeah.
a plague never came. So
Okay, Cliff, it's your call. Last one for the night. Hey, so 47 Alpha Tango, I'm going to hold you to it. We'll go to Vegas next year, or I'll meet you in Vegas next year for the convention. And we can nerd out.
just slip
That
into something
convention should
fine.
go move to Amsterdam for a year.
Well, Creation now has
Otherwise,
them all over the place. They used to just have Vegas. Yeah, you, Cliff.
yeah.
And now they've got Vegas, Chicago, Orlando, San Francisco. Was it?
So still very American only.
Well, those are the only ones I pay attention to.
Pretty sure it's only within the borders of the U.S.
Could be.
Most conventions that I'd like to attend are U.S. based only.
Yep, everything. Oh, holy moly, they've got one in Columbus. Oh, it's Vampire Fan Weekend. So they have got Vegas, Orlando, Chicago, Whippany, New Jersey. There you go.
Wait, Leviathan, isn't that like the very long, tedious trek
It is the
along
long one. We can do Leviathan. It is long, but we've got decent firepower. I don't think it's that bad.
My firepower is not the problem. My speed is. I don't think this ship is fast
You're not
enough
expected to be fast there.
Yeah, you don't need to be fast on it. Musin, can I put you in charge? Because I want to switch over to a better ship. And then
okay.
I'll be right back. You can just give it back to me then.
I'm switching to a better ship as well.
As long as you're on the tune, it won't change anything. It's Star Trek TMP. Yes, it is. Cliff goes blah 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 blah. Yeah. If we're gonna do this, I'll do it in Zon. There we go. There you are.
Okay. Yes.
Back in the team.
All right.
Oh, and there's a compiler right in front of us. How perfectly timed is that?
Less survivability, more speed, and a bunch more oomph. No plasma fire though.
Did you make me team lead, or are you still team lead?
I'm still team lead.
Okay, then I'll let you queue it up when you're ready. Yeah, it's on. I'm there. Lexus has 250-ish contrabands to turn in. Yeah, that's right. This is the time to do that stuff. My brain is not really in the game lately. We are queued for Leviathan. Yeah, but you don't have to do anything to turn in the contraband. You just start doing them. It's not like the lithium mining where you have to do anything, and it's still boring. Weeboo?
We have a weeboo.
Everybody got a weeboo? Cliff, make sure you got a weeboo.
Yep. Antimatter containment. No. Personal.
Yeah.
Oh. No. I'm still looking for a specific duty officer mission, but it comes up really randomly. Perform antimatter containment leak drills.
That. Are you Federation?
Yeah.
That one pops up a lot, and I'm trying to think if it pops up like in the Sol system. It is one that pops up a lot for me.
Well, it depends on doing the duty officer mission. So if you do a lot of them, it comes by a lot.
Yeah, well.
Right? It's kind of like random. There's no specific location for it. It's more of like doing more of the like randomly generated ones to get that specific one.
Okay, I'm on the left.
It is a personal one. But it's also found under your department head engineering.
Yeah,
if you
that's
have
where
it.
that's where I get it most of the time. Who left us?
Yeah.
Somebody left us. I saw that.
You heard it. It was Taz, probably.
No, Tess left a while ago. Might have been Graz.
Okay.
Yay, 50 turn vessels are deaded. Get those all? You know, Lexers, you're saying it's personal. I'm waiting for the baseline to be in there. It's a duty officer mission, but this time it's personal.
Ow?
No, just, the old movie thing.
No.
Oh.
Ow?
Ow? Oh, you got owed. Why'd you get owed? Taz. Oh, sorry. Listen.
I flew through one of them plasma energy bolts.
Don't
and
do
then
that.
It said, yeah, you're gonna be unalived now.
I'll kill off all these battleships and then I'll go in there and deal with the plasma bolts.
You can't really deal with the plasma bolts unless you're ready to completely disintegrate every time.
Yeah, no. I really would prefer not to disintegrate every time. Thank you.
Commendable plan.
I knew what you meant, Lexers. Just my brain was going in a different direction. Thank you.
That dreadnought is very hard to kill.
Would you like some help?
Finally, jeez. Tough little ship.
I mean, half have been disabled. Did I just see a dreadnought pop up there? I guess not. That's weird. Oh, there it is. Yeah, wrong side. Come on, Mr. Dreadnought. How's the game these days, Mr. Dave? It is interesting.
You missed an opportunity. You could have said it's fascinating.
Oh, that's true. I could have. It's fascinating. When is the summer event happening? I believe around July 2nd.
Unless they've started at the last week of June.
Oh,
So
that's...
it's very likely that it's going to be July.
Well, this event ends July 2nd, and the current train of thought is that it will go right into it because they want to time it out to go with the console this year. Ah! Did I get plasmid? I got plasmid. Dang.
I've been flying a little bit too low.
Oh. We all got, like, pain.
All God's children got plasmid. It was a guess, Lexers. Because if it's not on the 2nd, it'll be on the 16th, is my thought. That they'd do a 2-week, or actually they might do a 1-week red alert. But every time I suggest that, people are like, no.
Whoa.
What are you wooing?
That was a close call. I was just, one of them plasma things just went right underneath me.
Yep. Oh, yep, you're right there.
Yeah. And if it'll let me, I can go forward. Yay! Okay, this is all dead now?
Nope, there's a plasma thing right there to get. It's the last one. And, yeah, the one where you are. Yay! This would be a good way to get your Terran ships.
Very much so. But it doesn't pop very frequently unless you have a team, so...
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have done this with 100% pug. It is a bad, bad thing.
Doing this on Elite is like, oof, because if you don't save all the ships, it's over.
Wow.
Of all the optional things they could have chosen, they chose that one. Ugh.
Yeah.
They love making black holes about that.
Unadvanced, it's nice and fun and somewhat challenging.
Yeah, but Elite, they made it a kind of pain in the butt.
Yeah, well, kind of pain in the butt is fine.
I don't know, is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a little challenging. It's got to be a little difficult. Counterpoint is the safest bet for Terran ships. Yeah. Though, Jupiter Eratus is pretty good too.
Choose Jupiter Riders over Counterpoint any day. Even though I used to... I mean, I still like Counterpoint, but it takes a little bit too long.
Woo! No, that wasn't what we wanted.
Skipped a whole group of Terrans there, I see.
Yep. I'll go kill those Terrans. Pesky Terrans.
See, we lost the ship.
Did we? Wow. That surprises me. I'll go back and clean these all up here. 47 Alpha Tango says, for the Endeavor, I usually just load up private normal counterpoint, blow up the ship's need, and leave. Yep. I do the same thing with Jupiter Eratus, load it up in private. Shoot everything.
What?
What? Did you die again?
Apparently.
Apparently.
I died mid-teleport, though. Which...
Oh, you teleported
Right.
into something then.
No,
Really?
I was actually teleporting away, but
There's some up there.
the plasma damage haunted me into subspace, I guess.
Huh. By the way, Alpha Tango, this is your Acheron that I'm playing with. Still my favorite ship. I am enjoying it. Now I gotta get back to doing what I planned on using it for. Well, that was ridiculously easy. How do we do? 12 out of 13 Alliance ships rescued, all dreadnoughts destroyed, 192 of 195 Terrans destroyed. That's a lot of Terrans. And 13 minutes and 9 seconds. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, Drunken Heretic says the Ekron, my fave too. Tis a good ship.
If it wasn't those plasma orbs just insta nuking my entire hull, I wouldn't have had so much of a problem.
So that was 388 marks on that one. That is pretty good. All right, I'm out of here, folks. I'm going to go play with the puppies before... doesn't look like we're going to get a storm tonight. After yesterday, I thought, okay, the storm wasn't bad yesterday. And I went outside this morning. Branches down, trees down. But then I found my lawn furniture all the way against the fence. Just... That
Didn't eat it.
Yeah, I'm glad I had a
Don't
fence.
forget to take a minute to listen to the Doctor Who song.
I will listen to the Doctor Who song. I'm just going to go W the dogs, and I have to come back and finish these last 3 ground endeavors. But you can hear the dogs going, excuse me, it's that time. So I will be back on tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Yeah, I know what you want, my little chubby puppy who needs to lose 10 pounds. Hi, Drunken Heretic. I hate to tell you this, but I'm logging off.
I know. Just wanted to say we got to do Atomic Eden at some point.
Oh, yeah. You are on. We will do that. That would be great. All right, everyone. Let's go find someone and rate them. Who is out there tonight? Oh, goody. I turned that off. That doesn't help. Atomic Eden. Yeah, definitely have to go do that one. Come on. Thank you.
Becky? I don't know.
Is Becky on?
Yeah.
Okay. Becky's good. Let's get all the buttons here. Oh, everybody's playing Dune Awakening.
Oh. Whatever shall you do?
Oh, no. Well, I won't be doing that tonight.
Ezzy and Becky.
I got Becky.
So
So we are on our way over to join Becky. Everyone have a wonderful evening, and we will talk to you in the morning. And remember to stay moopsome.
Who are you?
We are the knights who say...
Moopsie. Sean the non-believer. Sean.
And I will make it a threesome. Do you even hear yourself?